If you are a triathlon fan, you will undoubtedly want to compete on the track, swim in the open water, ride your bike effortlessly, and then run until you have no more energy in your feet. It's a thrilling experience. It's one of those things you believe you can do, but the problem is that there are so many. How do you know where to begin? As more and more people have started following the sport, the number of events taking place throughout the year has also increased. As a result, deciding on an event to compete in might be a difficult undertaking. This video aims to make that decision a bit easier for you. If you choose a race that is too difficult for you, you might end up with an unwanted injury, and if you decide on a race that is too easy, it will not challenge you as much as you want. So, striking a balance is very important. For that balance, we are here with this video. We'll go over the questions you should ask yourself before committing to triathlon in this video. How fit are you? Triathlon demands physical fitness of the highest kind. So, if you cannot commit to a super daunting training schedule, forget this sport. Assessing your fitness level is the first thing to look at before you go for training. You'll need to plot your course by first assessing your athletic background as well as your specific health and fitness state. When beginning any new workout regimen, including triathlon training, it's always a good idea to see a doctor. If you're an active, usually fit person, you'll need less time to prepare for your first race, as little as a few weeks, and should choose a race accordingly. If you don't have much athletic background or have any pre-existing health or fitness difficulties, you should consult a professional physician or coach to ensure you're not overcommitting yourself too quickly. Remember that everyone is made differently, which is why they require their own strategy. What are your strengths? Finding out your strengths is also an important part of choosing which triathlon to compete in. If you want to just test the waters and try things out, the sprint distance is the most basic triathlon. If you are good on the bike and not that good in the swim portion, you can go for a longer triathlon. It is important to know that the percentage of bike distance keeps increasing as the triathlon extends. Another thing to keep in mind is which weather suits you better, because racing a triathlon is a very high-intensity activity. It requires your body to be acclimated to different ranges of temperatures. Since there are races in every part of the world, it is good to know whether you are a cold weather person or can handle the heat well. Now that you have judged your fitness levels and are also aware of your strengths and weaknesses, it is time to look at the kind of race and the other race-related things that need to be checked before deciding on a race. Choose your distance. There are levels in triathlon for persons of different abilities. The distance you choose, from super sprint to full iron, can have a great impact on your success. Largely, there are 4 types of triathlons if we categorize them by distance. The shortest of them is the sprint distance triathlon. Then there is the standard distance race and the half Ironman and full Ironman races. In a full Ironman race, the participants have to swim 3,860 meters and follow it up with 180 kilometers of biking. A full Ironman ends with a 40-kilometer run. Your preferred distance will be determined by your present level of fitness, as well as whether you like short, rapid events or long endurance sports. Going for a full iron distance triathlon as your first event is generally not a good idea because there are a lot of risks if you don't do it correctly. Choose a good location. Nothing is more inconvenient than being tired and sweating and then having to drive for hours to get home. You'll most likely want to stay close to home for your first triathlon. You should also make sure that the place you choose has the appropriate hills for your skill level, because some events are far more difficult than others due to the gradients they face. It may be a good idea to choose a place near the shore for your first race, as they are less likely to have a lot of difficult hills. Some races, like the London Tri, give you a good entry point for your debut triathlon. These locations demand less physical input and provide you with a better visual output. Also, these races are more fun than usual. When you choose your location, it is very important to know whether you are comfortable with an outdoor triathlon or not. Outdoor triathlons are more daunting as they consist of an open water swim, which is frequently the most intimidating discipline for newbies. This allows you to practice doing the 3 sports and refining your transitions before taking on a sea swim, which involves battling the tide, getting into and out of a wetsuit, and maybe being hit by other swimmers. If you don't want to wear a sweatsuit for your first race, pick one that takes place later in the season when there's a lower chance of a wetsuit required swim. A lot of newcomers don't enjoy how confining a wetsuit can feel, and they rather focus on the swim rather than the effort of putting on and taking off a wetsuit in a short race. Choose your price. Everything in this world is dictated by the amount of money you have in your bank. If you have a decent bank balance, you do not have to think a lot about which triathlon you want to be a part of. But if your bank balance is not that thick, you will have to be very calculated about what and where to start with. Triathlon is a costly sport, with some competitions costing far more than others. Decide on a budget and then pick a race that fits within it. The cost of entry into an event can range from roughly $30 to over $100. The major races are easy to be tempted by. It's not wrong to want to compete in the largest races? After all, it's because of those races that you're so enthusiastic about the sport. However, there are other smaller solutions available. It is less well known yet equally entertaining and inexpensive. So consider everything we said in the video before moving on. That ends our video for today. We do hope that you liked the video, and if you did, you must hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching and staying with me up until the end. We at Triathlon Global Insights keep you updated on triathlon news, incredible races, training tips, and information about pro athletes. You may like, subscribe, and press that notification bell so that you'll be updated on my next upload. Adios!